So what are process templates within Tebis? You don't know? Well, I'm pleased to say we're joined by Tebis today, and Andy is going to talk us through it. What is a process template, Andy?
So, hi Joe. Process templates in Tebis are a way of predefining a series of machining operations. In the example on the screen, what we've done is we're going to import the template, and then we're going to have 7 or so machining operations appear. These 7 machining operations are a predetermined machining process for machining this particular type of mould tool.
So how's it getting that data? How's it generating? How does it know it's a template, basically?
So basically the template comes in as a complete program. Tebis, you can either then choose the individual information that you need for Tebis to machine. So choose your drive surfaces and stock and stuff like that. In this actual example, what we've done is we've automated the entire process, and the operations are able to pick out the information that they need from within the layer tree within the CAD. So in the roughing operation, it chooses all the drive surfaces. It also chooses the starting stock material and is able to program the tool process completely automated. Including
the NC code?
Absolutely. So once we've done this template and calculated it all the way through, we can then use our virtual machine. We can then output the code, and we've got a program ready to go.
Okay, so people at home, they're going to be watching us talk, hearing automatic programming. They're probably thinking, how complicated is it? This looks dead simple on a computer monitor, but in reality, how straightforward is it to get to this stage?
It really is this simple to get through to this stage. Generally what we have in companies will be a high-level user. They're able to define these templates themselves. They can design the process that is needed to suit the jobs that they're creating.
Okay, and talk to me about the advantages. The big one is obviously time, but are there any others?
Yeah, so time is the obvious advantage, but also because we're using predefined processes, they're set up by an engineer within the company. It means that every time you produce a part, we wind up with the same surface finishes, the same sort of tolerances. Everyone's working to the same sort of standards. What it also means is that any processes are held within Tebis. That means if you do lose a guy, or if you have a new guy coming in, that information and that knowledge is held within the company. It means that losing a guy doesn't lose you your process.
And again, when you couple this with your NC programming automation, and even the tooling library, you can ensure parts are going to be the same. It's just because you've got two 60mm face mills, different face mill will give you a different surface finish.
Absolutely.
So Tebis knows it's got to be tool A rather than tool B.
Yes, without a doubt. Because of the advanced automation and the way that the tool libraries work, we're able to cross-reference between materials and different machines. That's also applied within the template. The template is also able to incorporate our feature recognition technology, and then also apply NC sets, which are another level of automation when predefining machining processes.
And because you scan the machines essentially, don't you? You know what it says on your computer screen is essentially what's going to be output onto the machine and ultimately the finished component.
Absolutely. All of our automation technology working hand in hand with our virtual machine means that we should get a good program right first time.
I can see this will be quite straightforward for 2D, 3D objects, but how about simultaneous 5-axis machining? Is it still achievable?
Absolutely. Tebis is able to automatically create 5-axis toolpaths within these templates. In the first model that we saw, we had a 3 to 5-axis converter, and that is literally creating a 3-axis toolpath, converting it to 5-axis, and that just to create tool holder clearance on the tool as it's machining down steep sides. In this particular example on the screen, Tebis is also able to determine that it's a 3+2 operation that's needed, and changes the tilt angle of the head and creates the correct approach positions and directions for the tool.
And that's defined by Tebis. We're not selecting the surface and doing it ourselves.
No, again, fully automated. This particular part, the different machining areas are separated onto individual layers. They're also color coded, and the template is set up as such so that it knows exactly which angle and which direction to attack each of these surfaces.
Fantastic. If you want to learn more about Tebis and their templates, get in touch with Tebis UK.